What's going on, good people of YouTube? It is me, Chavez, back with another Prizepicks player props video for you. Today's Wednesday, December 27th, 2023. As always, I hope this finds you doing well and in good spirits. Definitely hope this finds you feeling better than I'm currently feeling. Feeling pretty crummy right now. I got sick Christmas morning. Happens every year. Every year I drive back into Houston to visit family, I always end up getting sick. So I think 3 out of the last 4 years this has happened. I got sick Christmas morning, escalated into the evening. I was hoping it was just something that would just go away, but it did not go away. Yesterday, spent all day in bed, didn't want to talk, didn't want to open my eyes. It's one of those things. It's flu-ish, not really the flu. I'm not sure what it was, but it did knock me down pretty much for the day yesterday, but feeling a little better today, feeling good enough to talk and open my eyes. So I got a couple player props that I want to share with you today. It's been a while though, we haven't covered any props since Friday, with the holidays being over the weekend and all. Just took a few days away and spent time with the fam. Outside of being sick, it was a pretty fun weekend, and I hope your holiday weekend treated you the right way. So again, we got 2 player props to go over in today's video. We'll recap our plays from Friday, since that was the last video we did. Got some injury news to go over, and that's it. That'll be it for today's video. So if all that sounds good, stick around, drop a like, sub up, and click that notification icon. Get notified of all upcoming content and videos from me and my channel. And without further delay, let's get into our 2 plays from Friday. All right, we're gonna zoom through these pretty quickly. So Nick Claxton soars over this 9.5 rebounds and assist line. This is way too low for him. We're starting to see his rebounds alone set at 9.5. So anytime we get through the rebound and assist combo for under 10, I think that's an over that we got to look at. And then we did take the over on Contavious Caldwell-Pope, 10.5 points and rebounds. This guy finishes with 8 exactly, 4 points, 4 rebounds. Not going to get it done. Listen, I know there are 4 quarters played in the NBA and it's not over until it's over, but there's a certain point in the game that if your player hasn't gotten to a certain number for their player props, it's probably not going to happen, because it gets increasingly difficult to get it done in limited minutes. So by the 3rd quarter, he's at 0 points. Going into the 4th quarter, I think he needed 7 total points and rebounds to go over this. Just it gets less promising as the game goes on. So unfortunately, KCP does not get it done for us, and we go 1-1 with our plays for Friday. Definitely looking for better results with today's plays. Before we get into those 2 plays, let's quickly go over some injury news today in the NBA. All right, injury news is as follows. We got some outs already confirmed: Joel Embiid, Kyrie Irving, Nick Boom Boom Batum, Markelle Fultz, Christian Koloko, Lonnie Walker the fourth, and Josh Green. Q tags, big names on the Q tag. We got Doncic, Giannis, Mitchell, LeVert, Brooks, Ingles, and Isaac, and then probable use of Nurkic and Josh Okogie. So Phoenix is getting healthy, getting some bodies back. So that should help them a little bit tonight against the Rockets. But that is our injury report for Wednesday, December 27th. Like I always say, keep your eyes peeled, as this is sure to change throughout the day. All right, player prop portion of the video. Here we go. All research brought to you by props.cash. If you have any interest in using props.cash for your own researching purposes, sign up using my promo code THANKS25 to get 25% off your first month over on props.cash. Any questions about this? Leave me a comment below. All right, here we go. Let's talk about DeAnthony Melton over 13.5 points. Second prop on the board. We're going to talk about Scottie Barnes over 1.5 3-pointers made. Let's head over to props.cash and start breaking these down. All right, we're going to keep these very brief. So Scottie Barnes, 1.5 3-pointers made. I like the over on this one. We're getting good odds in favor of the over, minus 127 here. Averaging 2.3 3-pointers made over his last 10 games. Upside of 4, downside of 1, as you can see right there. Currently projected for 1.86 3-pointers made, so that's closer to 2 than it is to 1. So really liking the odds, really liking how the projections are aligning with the odds. And I think my favorite My favorite stat here to dig into is, or not even stat, just bullet point. The note that I like the most is the opponent. So Washington's defense, we talk about how poor they are. They are allowing a ton of production in those three main categories. They are dead last in the league in points allowed, rebounds allowed, and assists allowed. Now they are sitting slightly worse than the league average, which isn't dead last, but it isn't great either. So giving up a healthy 3-point percentage per game, and they are allowing 13 3-pointers made per game. Now, we don't expect Scotty Barnes to make 13 threes today. We don't need him to make 13 threes. We need him to make 2. He's got a great opportunity here to do it against a poor defense, and this is a number that he has crushed in 70% of his last 10 games. So there is not a whole lot to dislike about this prop. There is a lot to like about this prop, and that's why I'm taking the over. 1.5 3-pointers made for Scotty Barnes, and that is our first play for today. All right, second play I want to talk about is De'Anthony Melton, 13.5 points. I like the over on this one. So if you don't know, Joel Embiid has already been ruled out. He was ruled out, I believe, yesterday. It was already confirmed that he would not play in Wednesday's game versus the Magic. So in his absence on Christmas Day, De'Anthony Melton put up 15 points. He also finished with a total of 27 PRA, and he had 2 3-pointers made. I'm just highlighting a few things he did in the absence of Joel Embiid. So despite what this game log says, it really does not reflect the current status of this team, because when Joel Embiid is not in, a lot of different guys have to step up, one of them being De'Anthony Melton. So I do want to show you this one thing here. So we can see that he has hit this in 4 out of his last 10 games. However, when we take Joel Embiid out of the equation, this is what De'Anthony Melton's game log looks like. So in the last 10 games played without Joel Embiid, Melton has hit this in 80% of those games with an upside of 21 points. In case you were looking at his PRA, that doesn't look too shabby either, as he has gone over 21.5 PRA in 5 out of those 10 games. Another line that I was looking at was his assist. That's at 3.5. But when Joel Embiid's not in this lineup, I think the way to go is to look at points for some of these guys, because they're going to be dependent on the score. So my favorite prop for De'Anthony Melton today is his points. And then if you wanted to look at a second one, I would say his PRA is sitting in a nice spot. But second play of the day, we're going over 13.5 points for De'Anthony Melton. Without Joel Embiid, I think he goes over this. He's going to be needed to score, much like he was needed to score against Miami on Christmas Day. I think he gets this over for us, and I don't think it'll be a sweaty prop at all. So 13.5 points for De'Anthony Melton. Give me the over, and that is going to be our second play for today. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you bearing with me in this voice. Definitely not feeling 100%. Definitely not feeling like myself this morning, but we covered 2 new plays. We covered our plays from Friday, and we touched up on some injury news. Definitely leave me a comment. Let me know what you like on the board, as well as your thoughts on these plays. And last but not least, regardless of the player props you follow, mine, your own, somebody else's, I just hope that they all respect the damn coin. Best of luck to you all, and until my next NBA player props video, live stream, YouTube short, whatever I decide to do, Chavez is